Aloha! Welcome to part 5 of Sonic CD. We're in Wacky Workbench number 3, and it's the good future of Wacky Workbench, where everything is slightly more light blue. You know, every good future has to be happy and great, and even the final level itself is going to be happy and colorful and everything, because it's all good future. The whole point of the good future is to make things great and happy and smiley, and I get that, but how does a Wacky Workbench transform over time? I really want to know. It's like a factory. It's a weird... It just looks like kids live there now, but I digress. We're at Eggman, and he's got... Well, he's drilling up the ceiling. The ceiling chunks will fall to the ground and then get off the ground because there's electricity that'll be running. It'll propel the rocks upwards, and you use that to get higher and hit Eggman some more. And that's pretty much the whole boss fight. I'm not sure if... No, the boulders do not hurt you, like the little chunks of rock that are flying downwards. So don't worry about dodging them, just worry about dodging the actual chunks that are falling from the ceiling that you need to climb up to get to Eggman. And in the third run, he'll start shooting spikes along with those rock chunks. The spikes will definitely hurt you, so watch out for those. But really, pretty easy boss fight. Just stay on the rocks. When you see Eggman, jump into him. You can't make it any easier. I'm telling you, Sonic CD is not the hardest game ever. Every Eggman boss fight is pretty much a joke. Damn you, rocks! I wanted to compare how fast Eggman was to me again. Because he's always faster than me! Why, Eggman? Why do you always outrun me every damn time? Why? Oh, God. But, folks, now we're at Stardust Speedway. A lot of people have been buzzing about Stardust Speedway from the comments I've been reading. Apparently a lot of people like the Japanese song that accompanies Stardust Speedway. The level itself, I find it a tad confusing. I mean, they have these foreground, background switches, which change how the pipes are. Like, they'll change the pipes from being a background image to a foreground image, but they don't actually change in appearance, you know? You push the switch, and what is now the background will now be a wall, and, you know... It can be a tad confusing like that. It's not like, oh my god, I'm stuck, it's a maze, but it's still kind of like, holy shit, where am I going? There's also all these Donkey Kong Country-esque shooting icon things, or these shooters, that grab hold of you, and then they spin around, and you can either choose when to shoot, or it's one of those fixed ones that shoots you wherever the hell it wants, and the spring just ricochets you somewhere, and I always hated those damn things, as you'll see later in this video. But I digress. The stage design is quite loopy. It's the craziest twists and turns ever. Some people are asking, Wacky Workbench, Stardust Speedway. I don't show the past versions of these levels. And yes, they will be in an extra video because I know people are curious. I tried looking for a past sign in both levels and I just never got the chance. And I wanted to keep the LP moving. I didn't want to waste time. Well, I say that now, but... Well, now we're in this awful, awful level. If I found more past signposts, I would have, believe me. It'll be in an extra video, and, yeah. This level can be really, really long or really, really short, depending on how much you want to rush through it. If you're trying to get the time stones at this point, it's kind of annoying, and, because there's hardly any rings anywhere, I find. And the fact that you're always boosting off into some random fucking location because of those spring cannon things. I spent way too much time here, folks, I'm sorry. I was trying to get to the other side, and for some reason I just couldn't navigate it. There's all kinds of platforms that shoot you outwards when you step on them, but they're like hidden by the background half the time. There are springs that bounce you into other springs, which don't bounce you anywhere near where you want to be. And it's always a pain in the ass, this level. God damn it! I just want to go to the right! Why, game, why? And I finally make it to the right, and I accidentally go left again. This whole part is hell. It's just hell for me. The only interesting thing about this hell part is, like, at the top is a statue of Eggman, and it's there in the present. There it is. It's there in the present, and it's also there in the bad future, I believe. It's not there in the past, and I don't think it's there in the good future, but I could be wrong. But, awesome Eggman statue. And why is there a statue of Eggman? Because he loves himself! He loves putting his face on everything. What can I tell you? I'm sorry that level took so long to get through, but I just couldn't get to the right for some fucking reason. I was having an off day, I guess. Oh god. And yeah, we passed by the future segment. And here we go again. Oh, never mind. Guess not. But now, folks, we're heading to Stardust Speedway Zone 3. A significant event! A significant event in Sonic, period. Because we are going to face off with Sonic's ultimate duplicate, his doppelganger, his robotic doppelganger. We're going to be facing off with Metal Sonic! And Metal Sonic is by far the hardest boss in the game, no doubt. He's not as bad as some people make him out to be, but... well, he's a pain in the ass. Basically, you're not actually fighting Metal Sonic per se, you're racing him. Watch out for this cheap-ass move, too. Eggman starts shooting a laser, he shoots it 3 times as he goes left before the race starts. That'll completely catch you off guard the first time you play it, and he'll zap you, and it's always a pain in the ass. But the whole point of this boss fight is that you're racing Metal Sonic to the end. If you do not beat Metal Sonic to the end, a door will close behind him as he makes it to the crossing line, and you'll be stuck, and Eggman is following us the whole time with a laser. That laser is instant kill, even if you have rings. I repeat, even if you have rings, that laser is instant kill. So, you can't be slow in this race. Obviously you want to beat Metal Sonic, but also, if you're so slow that Eggman caught up with you, then you're gonna die. And there he is, oh god, I almost touched it. I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win, I still got the lead, bullshit! Bullshit! Let's try that again, shall we? So yeah, Metal Sonic is kinda cheap in that as soon as you have the lead, he's gonna turn on his invincibility boosting mode, and his invincibility boosting mode, it can't outrun you if you're running on a flat surface. It's all fine and dandy, but because there are spikes everywhere on this racetrack, they constantly stop you, and then Metal Sonic just like catches up with his invincibility boost and fucks you all up. If you even stop for a second, he always seems to get the upper hand and boost ahead of you. And if you stay behind him too long, he starts turning on this invincibility machine where, or not this invincibility machine, but this electric field where, yeah, there it is. He starts shocking himself the whole time, and if you even touch him, you get hurt, and that's no good. So it's kind of hard, you have to keep ahead of him. If you're behind him, don't worry, the race is far from over. If anything, that just means you have more time to catch up to him, because he only does the invincibility boost if you're ahead of him. So sometimes, some people like to go behind him the whole race, and when they're at the end of the race, they boost ahead of him. But, I digress. Fuck you, Metal Sonic! Fuck you and your robot core! So that's the last we see of Metal Sonic in this game. He is defeated. And look, it's Amy Rose! We saved Amy Rose. Hooray. Well, no. That's not a hooray. We're gonna go to the final level in Part 6, folks, but I must say, Sonic, you have no idea what you've done. You have no idea what you have done in saving Amy Rose. Do you realize the consequences of your actions, Sonic? This is going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Every game we play now with Amy Rose in it is going to haunt you, Sonic. She'll never leave you alone. She is in love with you now. This has dire consequences, Sonic the Hedgehog. Dire, dire consequences. See you in Part 6.